All right, how's everyone doing? I am Rich Celenza. Thanks for checking out my channel. So I'm going to do a quick video on something that I just thought about in the gym because I'm going to go through it tomorrow. And a lot of times I do videos going in the gym or out, just depending on what I'm thinking about. So this is regarding if you are a beginner or if you worked out in the past, there may be things that you've done physically that you may have not liked in your past, but now you'd actually like. You just need to kind of revisit it. So tomorrow I'm actually going to go back and try yoga. So years ago, I used to do yoga off and on. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I wouldn't. Eventually I just got too bored with it. And I'm going to go back because I think I need it. For one, I lost a lot of flexibility, but when I was doing yoga, I actually did very well in it. But I just quit. So what the video I want to talk about today is, and this is going for anybody, like I said, who works out or doesn't work out. Sometimes we've done things in our past working out that we just didn't excel in or we didn't get the results. And then time has passed. But as time passed, we don't realize maybe going back and revisiting it would be a really good idea. So what I think happens is, say in the past again, we tried different things. It could be in the gym, it could be playing different sports, and we just did not do well in it. It could even go for running, jogging, for instance. If you first started running, you may have jumped into it too quickly. You may have gotten injured trying to run. You may have gone for too long of periods and got winded and just didn't feel good, or you were sore afterwards. And this can go for any type of working out. And the thing I'm here to tell you is, just because that happened in the past doesn't mean it's going to happen now, especially if you're working out and you've built some strength, mentally and physically. Another thing I realized is experimenting, and I talk about this all the time. You've got to experiment and try different things. Again, you may have experimented in the past and it just didn't work out at that point in time. You could have been heavier, you could have been weaker, you could have been whatever the case may be. And a lot of this reminds me of like foods. When you, like in your youth, you tried a lot of different foods that you may have not liked, right? Then as you got older, you tried different foods and you ended up liking them, the ones you didn't think you'd like because you didn't like them in your past. And I think when it comes to fitness, we got to look at things like that. So yeah, like I said, tomorrow I'm going to be doing yoga. And like I said before, I actually did very well in yoga. I just was bored all the time. But I can tell now physically and mentally, I'm ready to go back for a while. Doesn't mean I got to stick with it forever. And you got to remember too, when doing different exercises or going to play different sports, it could be even softball. You could go play basketball or volleyball or whatever the hell you want to play. You don't have to play it forever. You can maneuver and do different things. I don't care if it's surfing, I don't care if it's walking, whatever the case may be. Remember, just because you're doing it, for a while doesn't mean you have to do it forever. You can go back and revisit it. People do get bored, they get sick of things. And sometimes I really believe that the best thing to do is to leave something. And then you kind of realize, do I miss it? Was I getting certain results out of it? Or at least the ones I thought I was? So just something to think about as well. So hopefully you got something out of this video. If you get a chance, subscribe. I also have a podcast, The Rich Celenza Show, WTF Are You Talking About? I'm also on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And yeah, don't get caught up in your past when working out. Whatever happened in the past, happened in the past. Every day is a different day. You're getting probably stronger. And if you're not getting stronger, it's time to get stronger, all right? Kick it in the ass, and if you're traveling, safe travels. Oh yeah, one more thing about bringing up the past. A lot of people I know that wanted to play sports, let's say in grade school, middle school, high school, and they just weren't that athletic. Never got picked for teams or got cut all the time, whatever the case may be. If you're an adult now, do not get caught up in that shit, because I think what happened too is a lot of people were interested in playing different sports, but it was much more competitive then. It wasn't maybe as fun as it should have been. But now that you're an adult, there are tons of leagues, tons of different things to do with different people that are on the same level as you. And also, again, like I just mentioned, you are not the same person you were then. So maybe you weren't as athletic as everyone, but now you actually could be more athletic than them. You just haven't realized that. So just something to really think about, and learn to find definitely something you love to do. I talk about it all the time. If you don't love what you're doing physically, especially different exercises, playing for different teams, or doing whatever you want to do, you're most likely not going to stick with it. So the trick is finding something and experimenting. Again, back to high school or grade school, a lot of those sports may be something you're not interested in. But maybe you're interested in something like fencing, hypothetically. I have a friend that's a professional fencer. Or maybe you like surfing, for instance. So that is something to think about as well. All right, take care. And don't forget to subscribe.